name is Dermot Dunn, and this is point 3.3. There could be a 3.4. There might be a 3.5. So, going back to just before the pregnancy test, where she openly admitted to the interviewer that we were still having sex on a regular basis. And in one story she says she did it on her own. And then in another story she says she took the pregnancy test after we'd had sex that morning after I'd stayed over. The other thing being, when she got home, she claims that she told her friends, at least half a dozen, including her sister, brother, all these close friends to her. Yet not a single person called the police. Seriously, that just bewilders me. Why wouldn't you? The jumping slightly forward, statements that were taken in every single one of them, bar one, in every single one of them, well, actually in every single one of them, it's her telling a story to them. And even that story changed little bit by little bit to everyone. And all of these statements then are just based on what she said to them. But something I find quite strange, a statement then that had to be taken on and it was taken the first day of this misconduct sham. So on the 4th of September last year. No one had thought to take a statement from her own sister. And her sister remembers that she was told about what had happened. But I've met her sister twice at her house. So none of her friends, which I have met, I've pretty much met all of them, not a single one of them mentioned anything to me. Her sister, who, quite a strong character, really nice woman, she doesn't even state in her statement that we've met. I do find that a bit strange. Without proof, it just stinks how some of this information was obtained. But even still, all the previous statements that were taken, everything makes no sense. If it was clear cut, and also the fact that she turned around and had said, I don't want to pursue this, but I'm happy to support it. So, like I'd mentioned before, if this had any weight whatsoever, I would have been in court. Would have been arrested, would have been charged. And that goes for the situation of even doing a prosecution without the witness because of the information that you've passed. Like I said, this would never have made it to court in a million years. Not just based on what I've said already, The medical records speak for themselves. The fact that she's changed her story multiple times, claims that, as I mentioned, that after she had the abortion, that there was no contact, and that we drifted apart. And yet that's a lie, because we continued to see each other into the summer of 2006. She also claims that I was very supportive throughout the whole situation. So clearly I'm that scary a person that, like I said, that I went with her to Twickenham. Bear with me just while I read some notes. So, regarding the fact that the abortion part was arranged because she went back the following day and claimed it was right. But I gave her £400 because she told me that it was all being done privately and it was the only way it could be done quickly. And that was a lie, because even in her what's called an ABE interview, which is very relaxed setting, like there was other statements taken from her, but this is a sit down, chat, whatever. I've got the full interview. I have everything. But she makes the admission that she had led me to believe that I was paying for the abortion. So she just pocketed the money. Then claims, oh yeah, because I was out of work for so long. But she wasn't out of work, and even in her doctor's notes, there is nothing registered for any sick note. Again, more lies. So effectively I've been scammed out of 400 quid in the day. Some people might say, okay, rightly so. But I paid the money on the belief that it was doing the right thing. She wouldn't have had a huge amount of money, but neither did I. But she lied about that too. So regarding the other claims that she said, oh well, we didn't see each other for that long the second time round. I wouldn't call 4 years a short time. Like, granted, it was on and off. We both had relationships back and forth. But it wasn't a short time on and off. It was 4 years. She also claimed then that she was the one that broke contact, and that was in 2021. Well, that's a bit strange, because I blocked her in 2020. Sorry, I blocked her in 2021. But our last contact was in October of 2020. Pardon me. And the reason being is because in the August of 2020, I was diagnosed with PTSD for other matters, which we are going to get into. This is where the bullying from work will come in. Not that this isn't as bad. I was round, did work at hers, stayed over. She went down to make a cup of tea in the morning. I went to spark up a smoke in the bed, but my lighter wasn't working. So I reached over. As I've reached over, and I've pulled out the old brown medicine bottle, which, as far as I could make out, and it had her name, and I am adamant I saw bipolar. Could have been mistaken, but that's what I thought I saw at the time. Wait for what comes next. 3.4.